Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and I love all things beauty, and the sun is changing, so wow, that was dramatic. Okay, and now it's going away. Is it coming back? It's going, y'all. Okay, so you guys know I film in natural light. The sun is gonna do what it's gonna do. But anyways, welcome to today's video, and this is part 2 of a video that I did several months ago, and I promised you guys a part 2, and it was my video on sales versus scams. And it's not really sales versus scam, it's more like sale or scam. In the beauty community nowadays, there are so many different sales, right? Buy one get one free, buy 3 get 2 free, all of these different types of sales. And I wanted to talk about, or I started in that initial video talking about whether I think a sale is a sale or if it's a scam. So I ran out of time and the video was getting long the first time, so I decided let's break it up into 2 parts, and that was several months ago, but this is part 2 that we're gonna do today. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. I'm Jamila. I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup and skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive into these. I do have a list. I've had this list for several months. So I'm just gonna run down the different types of sales that I found so that we can start talking about each of them. Now, in part 1, we talked about some of the more popular sales like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale and the Sephora VIB sale, and what I felt about those. So I will make sure to link that video down below in case you want to go check that one out and hear my thoughts on that. So we're not going to go back to any of the ones that I previously talked about, and we're going to let the sun do what the sun does. But I like this tone. Like, if it stayed like this, it would be great. But I know it's going to, like, you see, it's going to get warm again. I'm warming up. Yeah. Oh, my camera working hard today, boy. Lord Father. So we're not going to go back to any of the ones that I previously talked about. We're just going to keep running down the list of the ones that I haven't hit on yet. Trying to adjust the blinds to help with the sun, but Lord. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, buy one get one free, sale or scam. I'm gonna say sale, and I'm saying sale, but I feel like it depends, right, when it comes to buy one get one free, because I think buy one get one free works for specific products. For example, eyebrow pencils, maybe like lipsticks if you are able to choose multiple shades, you know, things that people buy continuously, things that need to be replaced frequently. But it doesn't work when you do a buy one get one free if it's the same product, if you have to purchase the same product and it's a product that doesn't get used up. For example, I know Charlotte Tilbury does this a lot of the times, especially during like her Black Friday sales, where she will offer a buy one get one free on an eyeshadow palette. Most of us are not here emptying by eyeshadow palettes, and it's done as like a buy one gift one. So like you buy one, you gift one to a friend, but like, wouldn't you just rather get the palette for 50% off if you're purchasing it for yourself? Because most of us don't need palettes of the same palette as backups because we're never gonna finish it. So if it is a product one where you were able to choose like something else, so for example, if it's like Anastasia, buy one get one free, the way you can buy one eyeshadow palette and choose another eyeshadow palette at the same price and get that free, sure, because now you're getting 2 palettes at 50% off. That is awesome. Or, you know, buy one blush, get another blush free, and you can choose the shade, whatnot. I think that is where it works out to be a sale. Now, at the end of the day, you're still paying full price, and I think what that oftentimes leads to is us buying things that we didn't want. And I'll give you guys a very specific example from my experience. Supreme Nudes was offering a buy one get one, not Artist Couture, they were offering a buy one get one free sale. So I picked up their Supreme Nudes palette as well as their Supreme Bronze palette. I really wanted the Supreme Nudes palette. I didn't care for the Supreme Bronze, but I got it because I had to buy another one. Otherwise, it would have been a waste of money. And that Supreme Bronze has been sitting in my basket of shame for months now because I had zero interest in using it. Now, I should put it up on my Macari. Maybe I will. Probably more likely than not after this video. But it was that case where I technically still ended up paying full price for the palette because the one that I wanted, I had to purchase it. I had to like get another one. So I don't know if it really worked out. In my mind, I feel like it didn't really work out to be a sale. But I do see the value of buy one get one sales if it is something that you're constantly purchasing. For example, like I said, brow pencils. I am okay with that because I go through a brow pencil typically like one a month, depending on the brand, maybe like a month and a half. So that makes sense in my mind. But like I said, again, it depends. The next sale that I want to talk about is kind of related to that one, and it is buy one get one 50% off. I feel like that's even worse than the buy one get one free sale. I feel like that's the biggest scam, because you have to buy a product at full price and the second product that you're getting is only 50% off. And it requires that you actually want a second product. And one thing about sales that I've noticed is that a lot of times they're designed to make you purchase more. So instead of going into it with like, I want this one thing, I'm going to buy this one thing, because we see a sale, we get conditioned into, well, now I have to buy something else so that I can save money. But the reality is, we're not saving money. We actually would save more money if we just bought the one thing that we wanted instead of forcing ourselves to buy the second thing that we wanted just because we're going to get it at 50% off. So I'm going to say that that one is a scam, because I just feel like it just pushes us to buy more, and usually more of things that we just didn't want in the first place. Okay, the next sale that I want to talk about is gifts with purchase. I am going to say scam. I'm going to say scam. Hear me out, right? Because I do think that the gifts with purchase thing, one, it depends a lot. For example, Ulta Beauty does an amazing gift with purchase. I like the fact that Ulta Beauty, you do tend to see the value a lot of the times when you do a gift with purchase. They show you exactly the product that you're getting, like, and usually it comes with like a little makeup bag and then a bunch of these either deluxe or sample size products, and you might get even one or two full size products in there. And they tell you the amount to spend, so, you know, the higher spend, sometimes you get more products, all of that fun jazz. And I think that they curate products that make sense. Now, granted, anytime I've gotten a gift with purchase, I've kind of like kept those products. I use a lot of them when I travel, because they're usually sort of these deluxe travel size products. Wow, the sun is doing so much today. And I've accumulated too much to the point now that I just kind of like give those bags away. I think that they're really great gifts. So I'll give them to my siblings. They get literally a makeup bag full of deluxe and sample size products. So I try to just give it away to like folks, because I know that I'm gonna hold on to it and hoard it. So I really appreciate that. Now, I do think other brands don't do it that well. Like Sephora does not do a great job at gifts with purchase. Usually you have to use points, and then sometimes they'll have that thing where you have to like plug in a code and you get to choose and you get like one deluxe gift. So not necessarily the greatest gifts with purchase. The other thing too that I have seen more and more brands doing is going away from gifts with purchase that are tied to products, beauty products, and are now tied to merch. And not merch that anybody wants. I'm talking about, y'all know I like to name names. Odin's Eye giving us scarves and ties and headbands. Well, not like, you know, things to put on our head. Menagerie giving us keychains. Like, who asked for that? I don't know what it is, but this rise in like brands, and I'm seeing it a lot with like the indie brands. I think Kaleidos had some really weird merch too tied to their free gift with purchase. Stickers is a really big one too. Like, who wants stickers? What grown adult is sitting, I mean, and if you are, no judgment, but most of us are not sitting here wishing that a brand gives us stickers with our eyeshadow palette. We're not doing that. So when I see brands advertise these free gifts that are like, you get a free scarf, you get a free keychain, you get a free pack of stickers, like, or you get a free compact mirror. I feel like all of those things are things that we don't want. They're clutter. They're literally just clutter. And a lot of times I feel like they're so kitty and cutesy that it's kind of annoying. Like, so I feel like a lot of that feels very scammy to me, because it's not necessarily what we want. Like I said, I do think that there are some brands that give out like really nice free gifts. I feel like, you know, Dior does a really good job too, with like, you get a little makeup pouch and you like these cute little branded things. It's very like, most of them aren't worth like the value in terms of it, but it also like feels pretty scammy too, because a lot of times in order to get the free gift, you have to get to these really high spends to get a gift that is not even worth the high spend. And again, it pushes you to buy more when you just wanted that one thing, but now that you've seen that there's a free gift, you're enticed to like, oh well, let me spend more money so that I can get the free gift, and the free gift is not worth the additional money that you are going to spend. So I feel like it's a little scammy. I know I said it depends, but I'm like saying it feels kind of scammy, so I'm gonna run with that. Okay. The next sale, let's talk about point multipliers. Now this I think is specific to Ulta, but I believe like Sephora does it now too, now that they have a point system, and maybe some of the other more department stores do that as well. So if you shop at Ulta, the way it works is that when you purchase a product, you get specific points. Those points add up to money off your future purchases. And what Ulta does oftentimes is that they'll have a sale, but it's not a sale, but they will have a points multiplier sale where when you purchase products during that period, you get additional points, which means that you now get more money to purchase later. So to me, that feels like a scam, because what it means is that you have to spend more to save later, because you're not necessarily getting any money off in the moment. If you get what I'm saying. So you're purchasing these products at full price, at their regular price. You're just getting higher points, which then translates to money that you can spend on future purchases. And the reason why I say it feels like a scam is because it reminds me a lot of the Beautylish gift card sale, right? Where you're being told that you need to spend $100 now to get a $20 gift card so you can spend later. And the whole point of that is to get you to purchase a bunch of things now so that you can purchase more things later. The whole point is to keep you coming back. Because if you purchase a bunch of things in the 5 or 10 times multiplier sale, now you have all of this extra free cash that you've built up that you're going to use it. Now you have to come back to buy later. And as with all of these programs, the points expire. So you also have a timeline in which you need to use the points by. Otherwise, you just wasted it. And no one wants to waste money. So so that's something that you have to take into account when doing these point multiplier things. Now, I do think that having the option is great if you know that you are somebody that purchases a lot, if you know that you were planning to make a really big purchase and all that stuff. Sure, then it makes sense to do it around the time when you can get additional points. And that's the thing with all of these sales. If it works for you in the time when you need to buy something, when you've been wanting to buy something, absolutely great. But this is just talking like the general. Those point multiplier sales, like, I think that they can easily be a scam. And what I love about Beauty Deals BFF is that they actually, and it's an account on Instagram if you didn't know, they actually take the time to break down the point multipliers to show you how much, if you spend X amount, it equates to this amount of dollars later, blah, blah, blah. And I think that that's a good way to look at it. But I've never been fully motivated by these point multipliers because you have to spend so much in order to see the value, and you're not saving. You know, anytime you buy anything, you're not saving. So it does feel a little bit scammy because it's kind of like buy now, save later kind of thing. Not in love with it. And on that same vein, it's the buy now, save later sale that gets me. Where spend X amount of dollars now and get X amount off or this % off for a future use. And Sephora does that a lot. I think that they actually just recently did it where if you spend $75 in between either this time period or on this day, we're going to give you 500 points, which equates to $10 to use later. I think that this, like I said in the previous one, it feels scammy. And the reason why I think it feels scammy for a lot of these brands, like specifically Ulta and Beautylish, a little bit less, Sephora and Beautylish, a little bit less so for Ulta because they do have a drugstore section, is that there's absolutely nothing you could purchase on these websites, Sephora and Beautylish, I'm talking about mainly, that is in that low price range. Sephora is a high-end and luxury makeup store. They don't sell anything $10 or less. Maybe you can get some stuff in the Sephora brand only. Sure, that might be your option for you, but in general, most of us are not going into Sephora to purchase Sephora branded products. We are purchasing all these other products, and those products don't start at $10. So if you do the buy more, save later piece, you're spending a bunch of money now, and then on a later purchase, you're only getting $10 off or whatever, and you're still spending a lot more money because whatever you purchase is not going to equal to what you get back. And it's usually a very, very small amount back. Very, very small amount back. So it feels very scammy, especially for these sort of luxury and high-end stores where what you're getting back is just not that much, if we're being honest. Okay, the next sale that I want to talk about is buy two, get the third free. And I feel like that is a really common one that I see everywhere, both in beauty and non-beauty sales, and I'm always like, who needs that much of anything? You know, I have been that type of person, and still kind of am, where I like to stock up on things. I've showed you guys my backup drawer for my makeup. Like, it's like that too for like my hair and my skincare products. I have a questionable amount of fragrances, perfumes, body washes, body lotions, all of that. And I'm trying to get away from that, like, buying so much mentality, because I used to get stuck in these sales where it's like, oh, it's on sale, if you buy two you get a third free. And once you do that for a couple of times, you have so many products that you don't need all of that, and you can start skipping sales, or you should start skipping sales. Like, I can tell you guys straight up, I don't need to buy a body lotion for the rest of 2023. I went into 2023 knowing that I don't need to buy a single body lotion for this entire year. I actually gave away some lotions to like my mom, my sisters, because I was just like, girl, how much skin you have to lotion? Like, and yes, you shower twice a day, you put on lotion both times, like, but it was just excessive. So these buy two get the third free, I feel like it's, again, a way to entice you to buy more than you really would have. Like, if you really just wanted one thing, now you're seeing like, well, if I just bought another one, then I get the third one free. Like, it just is a way to push you to purchase more. You know what? I feel like all of these things are kind of scams. Now, you know, as we're talking through this, it's like, damn, these things all sound like scams. There are very few, like, really good sales. I mean, we did talk about the Ulta 21 days, which is happening right now. And I do think that that is a good one, because you can get that one product for 50% off, but we're not gonna go back there. Oh, like I saved all these scams for last. And then the last sale that I want to talk about is the spend more, save more sale. Not the buy now, save later sale, but the spend more, save more sale. And I feel like I see that primarily in these luxury department stores, like the Saks, the Bergdorf's, those types of stores when they have sales. And usually what it equates to is that a higher spend equals a higher discount. So they might say, like, spend $100 and you get $10 off. Spend $200 and you get X off. Spend $300. So as you're looking at the layout, you realize if I spend $250 or $300 off, I'm going to get $300. I'm going to get X amount of money off of my purchase in that same purchase, which is great because you're saving money in that same purchase. And if you know you're going to make a good, like a sizable purchase, I think that that makes sense. So I will say that I do think that that is a sale that makes more sense than the buy now, save later, because you're actually saving in that purchase right there, and it's not forcing you to come back and shop some more. So I will say that that is definitely more of a sale than it is a scam. Now, where it is very similar to the buy more, save more is that it does entice you to purchase more. It does kind of like push you to be like, well, I could get a higher discount if I just add this other thing, if I just add more, if I just do this. And to give you an example that recently happened to me, I was at the cosmetics company store, and this was more of like a free gift example, but it's similar. And with the CCO, they have these like spends. So if you spend $150, you get this free gift. But if you spend $200, you get this gift plus this gift. And if you spend $250, you get these 4 gifts. So you see where it pushes you to spend more. And when I was doing my purchase, I had $142. That was what it came up to. And she was like, if you spend $8 more, you get the free gift. I did spend the $8 more and I got the free gift. But I ended up spending, I think, like $10 more. So still, I bought 2 products that I know I didn't want, that I didn't need in order to get the free gift, which was so unnecessary. And I think the same thing happens when you do these buy more, save more sales, because it's on the flip side where it's not buy, it's like buy more and you get a free gift, but buy more, save more. And the CCO actually does this too, where if you spend a certain amount, you save X percentage if you spend more. For example, the CCO, the average sale is like 40% off. If you spend less than, I believe, $125, you get 40% off of your makeup. For skincare, it's 30% just off the board. So if you spend less than $125, you get 40% off of your makeup and your fragrances. Now, if you spend more than 25%, you get 50% off of your purchase. So now you're already enticed to spend at least $150, so you get the bigger discount. Same with this. You spend $100, you get $10 off. You spend $250, you get $50 off. So you're enticed to spend more. And especially when you got all the things that you were planning to purchase and you see that you're just like a couple dollars shy of the free gift, you're like, well, let me throw in this thing and let me throw in this to make it up. And then it can become like a really ridiculous cycle where you are trying to spend as much as possible to get to the highest spend so that you can have the highest amount of savings. So I do think that it has its value, but it can be a very slippery slope, so that we just need to be careful about it. Okay, so those are all of the sales that I wanted to talk about in my sale or scam video. I really want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are. Before I go, just a quick reminder that, you know, it's your money. Do what you want to do with it. Spend your money however you want to spend it unapologetically. Like, do you, boo. I'm just here to share sort of my thoughts, my perspectives on sales, let you guys know which are the best sales out there if there's an opportunity for you to get better sales. I think that as we help each other out through in this community, it is beneficial for all of us. You know, these brands, these businesses, these companies, they're businesses. They don't care about us. It might sound harsh, but they don't give a flying beep about us. I just censored myself. They don't. They're here to make money, and they will do things like pushing these sales or pushing these promotions to entice us to purchase products. That is their entire goal. Get us to buy things so that they make money. So, you know, we need to look out for each other, be smart about how we're spending, about what we're buying, when we're buying it, to make sure that we are getting the best bang for our buck, because we all work really hard for our money and we deserve to get the things that we want without feeling like we're being scammed out of it. All right. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know about a sale that you think is a sale or a scam. I really want to hear your thoughts. If there's others that you guys want me to talk about, leave that down in the comments below as well. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like button. The engagement really does help the channel. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you want to see more content from me. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!